employee files that I'm talking about. And since then, when I compare it to now, in I think 7 to 8 years, the advancement of technology is amazing. So, for example, if I have updated anything in my personal life, I can easily update my personal things on my employee file easily by just going through the application that we have. HR, that could be HRMS or LMS, uh, different organizations call it with different names. So I hope everyone is everyone is going through the same transformation of technology. So let's start with some chit chat. I hope everyone is alive in this session. If it would be great if anyone can show their responses, or maybe if anyone. Oh, so yeah, the good thing about this session is that we are only 14 or 15 people in this call, so it would be a good thing if anyone can unmute themselves and come and talk about things, or that would be great. So let's talk about uh, artificial intelligence and the use of artificial intelligence in human resource. So how do you see that in your employment, if you are employed, or if you are a student? So how do you see the greatest use of AI in your circumstances? Maybe if you're a student or if you're employed at anywhere. Let's see who comes up.
Sir, I would like to add something.
Yes.
So, in the use of AI as a student, it has helped. It was, introduced to us a little later because I was completing my degree, and it was only then that it was, got so much hyped about that AI is now making things so easier and everything. But from then until now, it has been a
Yeah.
year, and AI
Right.
has, completely transformed how I operate. Like
Yeah.
I take help from AI in each and everything. Either
Uh-huh.
it be, I I don't know if I should share here or not, but the way I introduced to, I took help from AI. I wrote my draft first, and then I said, please come on, give me a professional and formal tone so that it looks more professional, as it's a professional setting. And I mean, it is helping me loads and tons. And recently I discovered AI tools for interview preparation, and that has been transforming. I mean, it
Yeah.
was unbelievably good and fantastic. So,
Great.
yeah, I
It
am
is
still
really good to
adjusting.
know.
I'm still
Yeah.
adjusting, but I am working
Adjusting with
my way
what?
through. Yeah, with with AI, because with every new tool you have to work with its engineering, how it's going to work and how it's not going to work,
Yes,
what
true.
what's the best way to get responses. So that's how I am.
So true, Jagannath.
Yeah.
One thing that I recall from your conversation is that change is every now and then, and whenever if you see people around you who is not, adapting towards change, uh, it would be really difficult for them to, stay alive in next few years maybe,
Totally.
because we have a lot of examples around us. A lot of companies who did not adapt it to change, they are like
Yes.
nowhere. So we have like huge examples. Everyone talked about Nokia and Kodak and everything. We have a lot of examples, but yeah.
See,
So when it comes to HR,
I come from an educational institute which was
hmm,
public one, and the
yeah,
difference in their operation, I also worked there
yeah,
in, after my graduation. I also worked there, and the way I saw their working, their operating,
oh yes,
it was mind boggling that why are they not incorporating technology in each and every
true.
aspect. I mean,
So
for
true,
emails they are using paper.
so
that's
true, man.
that's not good. Okay. So
Yeah, and
this is how I agree with you that AI or technology needs to be incorporated. You need to
so true.
embrace the change and go on.
Oh yeah. Anyone who's not embracing, I mean, that person is dead.
Yeah.
This person is dead. Harsh, but that is reality. And I'm thinking about Maheen and other teachers. So people like you and some other people who are so friendly with AI, they can get their assignments done with AI. And I'm thinking
Yeah.
about how difficult would be with the teachers to identify what is being done with the human itself and what is being done with the AI. So I see a lot of I can easily recall that when I was getting done with my BBA and MBA, we have to make big researches, thesis, and then get them approved. I literally work was crying when I was getting it approved in my Viva. So I think doing thesis and research and getting your research published in today's era is much easier. And with this ease, I think the value of such work is getting much low. So anything that you are doing is coping up with the current technology has value. So if you want to remain in the current industry, if you want to remain valuable to anyone, either to your employer, to your family member even, so you have to cope up with the technological changes that is happening around us. So yeah, that is being what's happening, that we are talking about in AI. Either someone is doing whatever code that they can be. So let's talk about in human resource. Let's see if you, Janat, and other people, if they can unmute and come up and share examples like whatever they are doing in human resource or in different functions in which they are employed. So where do you see technological advancements in your employment? Maybe someone is writing in chat.
Can
So
I?
so
Hello, Mr. Hyder. May I ask a question, please?
uh yes, Divya, please.
My name is Rashida. Rashida Al Khalil Ahmed. I'm from Nigeria.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
Rashida,
so
how are
my
you?
question is as regards to AI, and if you are a writer, is it advisable to use AI while writing or something? I don't know.
While writing what?
While writing books, you know, I'm a writer. I'm a
Uh-huh.
budding writer, so I'm asking.
Uh-huh.
I don't know much about AI, but I know that it's something that you know is driving the world right now. So I don't know if I can use AI to write my books or
Rashida,
whatever. I've never done
of
it before
course.
because most of my ideas are,
Uh-huh.
um, you know, from my head, and so I don't know.
Great. So Rashida, your question is very great. So up till yet, it's not unlawful to use AI while writing book or anything. We can wait and see how laws and regulations gets transformed maybe when it comes to AI. So what you can do is, in specifically in your circumstance, is like you can ideate through AI. You can write down your ideas or whatever you are writing on AI and get it error free, maybe with the help of AI. One thing that I see is AI is not much creative up till yet. It can do a lot of things, but not it is not that creative up till yet. So why I see that is because when whatever you do and whatever AI tool you take help while writing is, yeah, it can be easily identified that is it written by a human or is it written by an AI. So it is, if a person who is doing good with AI, he or she can easily identify the human touch element that AI still is missing with. Why I say that, because the creativity element is not up to that mark that we can be seeing in maybe in future.
Oh, thank you. Got it.
Yeah, Rashida. Divya, I guess you were talking about something.
Yeah. So I just wanted to add something that whatever you
Yes.
said, I agree with that. But I feel like it's also a bit scary because everyday things are changing so fast that it is hard to like cope up with that. Because, for example, there are like different tools that are being used by different organizations at a different
So
pace.
true.
So,
So true.
like, if, for example, I am learning one tool and I'm mastering it, But at
Mhm.
the other, like at the very next day, there are like 15 more that comes up, and
Yeah.
I have to do that. So I think that becomes very scary, and at times we are not sure that people are like up for the technology or not. For example, I was in an interview and I was asked to compile an email, so I was like, okay, I can do that, and I was only given 2 minutes. So I was thinking, should I use AI or not? Because if like, should I like, if I write from AI, will that like produce a negative impact? Because I'm not sure. I was not aware of the person. So so I just compiled it and he gave me a feedback and all. But like I was bit unsure what to do. Like, are people acceptable it to it, or they want human creativity? So like it becomes very daunting at the same time, that what to do and what to learn, what not to learn. And people are building courses like in seconds, 100
Oh
courses
yes.
in a day. So like,
Yes.
how do you cope up? So that
Definitely.
becomes a very trouble.
Yes. Divya, you're talking about a really important point. I think it is actually about the mindset of the people. If they are eager and flexible, when I talk about eager, it's like eager to learn. So you can, quickly learn each and every tool by in I mean hardly a half an hour is good to learn any tool, because
Yeah.
uh, each and everything is provided on YouTube. The tutorials are there. Even the tools that we have in today's era is like very much user friendly. You can, once you signed in, you can easily navigate through different options. You can easily learn. So I think it's about people. It varies from people to people. But anyone who is flexible and eager to learn can easily learn. As many tools as it can be. So as we talk about different tools, we can recall many names that we are using. Even on my laptop screen right now, I see a bookmark tab,
Hmm.
and that starts from Google Keep applications, Presentation Go applications for different things, Flaticon, SVGs, FreePick, and again it's like 15 or 20 tools list that we have on my bookmark tab. So it's just the mindset. So believe me, if anyone who's not eager to learn, uh, he or she would be dead, literally dead in next few
But
years.
it's not just about us, but it's also about the people that we are going to work with. So are they like
Oh
okay with
yes.
that, or are they flexible or not? And also the whole thing that learning is okay, but learning, like for example, if I'm learning one tool and some like my employer wants some other, it might
Mhm.
take some time. But we don't have that, because now things are changing so fast. That's the whole thing.
True that.
So
True
like
that.
I already know something, but like I already know how to tackle with that, with few problems that are faced within employment and within my work, right?
Mhm.
But then my employer expectation is way higher, because now they'll be like, technology is there, why are not you using that? Of course I'm using
Yeah.
it, but it does take time to master something and to like mark to be at that level.
So true. So true. Divya, one thing is very important. Yeah. Anyone. So before we talk about that one thing, so in today's era, anyone can be successful, and if anyone can be successful, and success in today's era is very easy. Only one thing is required. You have to be street smart. So you can easily
Exactly.
play with anyone, either your maybe anyone with your relationships, or anyone with your office colleagues, or maybe. So if you are street smart, you can be as good as anyone can be. So I was reading a book maybe a month ago, and that book is Awaking the Giant Within, and it is written by Anthony Robbins. So he was telling in that book that in different eras there were different abilities that kings had.
Hmm.
You getting me? So in previous era, there were the ability that king had was access towards knowledge. You
Hmm.
see that, but in today's era, everyone has knowledge.
Yep.
You talk to me about flying a plane, I can easily figure it out in next half an hour, like how I can start the plane, take it towards any certain level of the any height, and then easily land it at Lahore airport, maybe, or any other airport. Why?
Hmm.
Because each and every information is there on my fingertips. I can easily talk to Chat GPT, and it can tell me how you can, take off the plane. And even not just if as we talk about, flying a plane, I can easily do a surgery being a doctor, not being a doctor, but easily
Without
do
being
the
a doctor.
surgery. Yeah, without being a doctor, it will just take me around half an hour or an hour, or maybe if I want to learn critically, it needs 2 hours for me to learn that thing. Even so, what difference would be like? Doctor would be experienced, I would not be that experienced, but yes, I can do that stuff. So why I'm
Yep.
saying that is success is on your fingertips. So in today's era, gaining knowledge is not that ability that kings had. In today's era, there is only one ability that can help you be the king or queen of in this era, and that ability is implementation.
Agree.
Anyone who has ideas and he or she is able to implement it and get that thing started and running can easily, find success. It's on
Mhm.
the fingertips. And being successful in today's era is as fast as it could be. And I see in future years that maybe that pace of success is maybe will be going on a very rapid higher phase. So specifically when we come to, let's talk about the real topic that we have. We can talk about artificial intelligence and technological pace that we have in today's era, a long day, and maybe long time. So when it comes to specifically HR, so in HR we have different functions like recruitment, learning and development, HR operations, uh, payroll management, or what we call the, is it there anything else like वहाँ पे talent development भी हो सकता है, different 4 to 5 functions that every HR has. And I see every function can be easily adaptable towards AI. So AI can be, AI. Why I talk about AI is like because if you're not using it, you'd be getting out of the race very soon. So when we talk about AI, so one or two things that really can help us build strong HR practices is like data analytics. Oh yeah, that's I recall one of the great example that I would love to share is that I recently joined Bike, and it's been like 5 or 6 months, and I was given the responsibility to run the performance management. And before joining Baikia, I had no experience of running performance management. Yeah, I was a good trainer. I used to speak good. I was really doing good with learning and development things. But when it comes to performance management, I was shaking. My legs were shaking that how I would be able to do it. So what I did was I did the little investment on ChatGPT. I purchased ChatGPT Pro. It's just like 6 to 7 thousand rupees, and in dollars, if we convert into dollars, like something around uh, what the rate it would be like
200.
$20, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around $15 to $20. So yeah, so in Pakistani rupees, it's something like 6 to 7 thousand rupees. And with that in little investment, I learned performance management in hardly a week, and I was able to run the performance management for the whole organization in just in just I think 2 weeks. What it included some special tricks to use MS Excel and the tool that we had in Baikia right now. So it's on the fingertips. If you're, it's just the mindset. If you're open to learn. So I'm talking basically about HR analytics. So with when it comes to HR analytics, see, numbers are everywhere. How many people have applied towards any certain open position? When we talk about recruitment or talent acquisition, we have that data. We can go towards the HR tool that is being used in any organization and see from where does that applications are coming from, and we can easily target those areas or certain age, certain gender, you know to promote our open positions, to promote our open vacancies, to help us get right people recruited. And why we can do is because we have all the data, and as we advance towards data and learn certain things from Excel, maybe it can easily help us. So one thing so number one thing that that helps us today with the AI is HR analytics. HR analytics, when it comes to, it's like, first thing that anyone can start is like buy-in from stakeholders. Whoever is working with you, you need to collaborate and have their buy-in. So it's like you have to share awareness, like whatever you would be doing with the help of AI, the analysis that you'd be coming up with. And then you can also collect data. So I see when we talk about ChatGPT Pro, it has data of, I think it has 1 month's prior data. So if we are in December 2024, ChatGPT Pro would be having the much advanced data of up till, I guess, September or October. And there are some other tools as well who had that live data as well, but their analysis is not that good. But ChatGPT's analysis is best among all. So yeah, let's see if there are some questions as well. No, 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 no. That's true. Yeah. So let's dive more deeper into HR practices, that how we can, implement such HR analytics. So different companies have different HR systems going on. Some have ATS. ATS is like the application tracking system is specifically used for recruitment systems, and with that ATS, we can break down the data and play with it as much as we want to. And then some organizations have learning management systems. Again, it comes back towards data. One thing, so once we have data, we need to think about the quality of it, and the integrity that data brings in. So that data has to be credible, that data has to be authentic, and again, that data has to say some story. Saying story part can be done in human as well. You can play with that data so that it is some it is sharing some story as well. And again, if there are some one important point is, when we have data, we have to be very ethical with it. So for example, when we talk about ethics and data, it's important that we learn the auditory requirements, if any organization does have. Because I recall when I was working with the Yaudin Hospital, we did had some auditory requirements, which we had to cope up with. We cannot like minus it and play with the data as much as we want to. So be be up to the mark with the ethical practices and the compliance, especially your organization is up to. So of course, the compliance and ethics part varies from industry to industry. So if while playing with the data, just be very good with it. Those So yeah, the other part is the metrics and the yeah. So yeah, Mahin, we talked about, yeah, KPIs and OKRs and different things that helps us in uh, that helps us in playing with the data and the different analysis. So when we talk about building up KPIs and the return that every let me just see, my internet is not that, yeah. So coming back, so we're talking about KPIs. So KPI is like, so in today's era, again, KPI is getting outdated as well, and there are different other practices and practices are coming in. Something like OKRs. I hope you people know about it. If you do not, learn it, because it's going to help you a lot. It's like objectives and key results. So if you can note it down and read through it in different times, it will really really help you. Because in today's era, KPIs are getting outdated and OKRs are coming in. So that is objectives and key results. What it helps towards is like, so So the difference between KPIs and OKRs is like it's just the more human touch that OKRs comes in with. So it's also because a lot of now when you know. So again, we already talked about ethics, and there there we can see that people can go to fulfill their KPIs and be and do any unethical practices to fulfill those KPIs as well. So when it comes to OKRs, that covers that part of uh, you know performance as well. So these two things are very important to learn with the data, and you play with it. And up till yet, if we talk about AI and analysis, because HR analytics are that is becoming very easy in today's era. So I would suggest you people make investment in AI because that will help you. I see a little investment in AI can help you, like, and we all want build up teams. We all want things delegated to our teams. For example, if I'm working on a project, I would love to have a team and get the project done with my team as well. So with AI, that wish of mine comes true as well. So if like, so in today's era with working with ChatGPT Pro, it comes really easy becomes really easy for me. For example, if anything, if I'm working on alone and without AI, can take me up. If that task takes me around for 1 week, with the help of AI, it can just get me done in half an hour or an hour. So it's just like building up your team. So you can delegate your small tasks to AI, for example, uh, whatever work you are doing. In If you are in HR, for example, if you have to recruit people, you can share CVs and upload CVs on AI, maybe ChatGPT. So it can, share. It can come back and share the insights with you, that who is the most reliable and most suited, talented candidate for the specific job role that your people are doing. And then again, when we talk about other functions of HR, like for maybe performance management, performance management is like on fingertips. If you are good with AI and good with Excel, and it would be really easy. Other things like payroll, each and everything becomes so very easy, because what we can do is like simply go towards AI, write our story down, what do we want to do, and share data. So yeah, when we talk about share data with AI, be very much aware. Be very much aware with it. So like, for example, there can be some policies or compliance issues from your organization. For example, they really need they so for example, there are some organizations again who up till yet does not want to implement AI and be AI friendly, because they are afraid that their insights or their numbers can be misled towards something that can be used against them. So if you're using AI, be very much street smart, and also not just street smart, be you have to again comply with your compliance as well that your organization has. Someone saying, do we need to be good at mathematics in order to master HR analytics? So again, so it's like Munazza Nehal have shared this question, and this question is again very deep. So the education that we all have gone through is very important, and again, it's very important that we all have gone through. If someone again is thinking that no education is required, and or maybe anyone can do anything that he or she want with the help of AI, is maybe they would be able to do that, but not with the greater quality. Why? Because education, maybe a 4 years degree or any certification, really helps us to learn things in a much depth. So specific to this question, Manaza, yeah, being good in mathematics can really help you in mastering HR analytics. But again, when you move towards mastering mathematics, you can do that with AI. So this is what I did with leading performance management with Bikeya. I did not. So I had this wish in my earlier part of career that I need to master MS Excel, but up till yet I did not get that opportunity to do that certification with the MS Excel. But in today's era, I think there is no need to do such certification to master Excel, to master MS Excel, because each and everything that is there in the certification is already available on AI. You just need to write the perfect query or the perfect question, and things comes towards you in just half a second maybe. So be good with maths, yes, of course. Be good with logics. Be good with in-depth knowledge of anything that you are doing. And how you can do is be, so there are, I can recall one tool that was earlier used in let that you have, I mean, I'm unable to recall the perfect where it comes from is, but it comes from Latin language, and that tool. I'm again unable to recall the specific name of the tool is, but it's like at ethos, pathos, and logos. These three words you can note it down and maybe research about these three words later. And these three words are like ethos means be emotional, pathos is like be credible, and the logos means be logical. So if you are emotionally so yeah, anything that you are doing, let it be of HR or anything, be that thing if is good at emotional, logical, and credible. Yeah. So if these three elements are there in any of the thing that you are doing, can be excelling at anything. So if it's HR analytics or anything, so be good with whatever you're doing, and by being good you can use these three words: ethos, pathos, and logos. For if you're mastering HR analytics, how you can be emotional, how can you share your insights that has emotions as well. You have to you have to do it in like storytelling way. And then second thing, be credible. The data you are putting up in HR analytics and then presenting maybe those that data, that has to be correct and authentic. And last thing that you can be is be logical. By being logical, I mean, again, that takes us towards education. I think logics always comes up when you have in-depth knowledge of anything that you are doing. So I hope that answers your question, Manazza. I think we can go towards question and answer session if you are there, Jannat. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Or anything specific that anyone wants to talk about.
Yes, guys. If you want to ask a question and you're unable to unmute your mic, you can put it in the chat and I will read it for you. Any questions? I'll be waiting for 1 minute.
No questions, no worries. Let's see.
I
How,
have a question.
yeah, please. Yes,
Okay.
Jannat.
So, sir, basically, I am an aspiring HR professional. So my education is not in HR, and I am still in the process of becoming, learning about HR and every process related to it. So, do you have any skill certifications you would recommend for me to, take benefit from? Would you recommend any of? Sir, you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, very good question. I think you need to be very specific with what you want to learn. See, there are different certifications that can help you with the surface level of knowledge. I think that can help you with in your case because your education is in something else, and if you are working in HR, so a certification that would be like CHRP is very good. You can go through different websites and choose any best option that helps you with your with your pocket and the way that you want to learn. So first, again, going towards before going towards any certification, be very certain that what you want to learn. For example, if you have that specific thing in your mind, your purpose is clear, why you want to learn that, then that thing would be helping you out. So there are different functions in HR. Go through have a dive down in different functions. Choose
Excuse
one
me, sir.
specific thing. Yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but your
yeah, yeah.
voice has a lot of distortion.
Oh yeah. I hope it's better.
No.
That's sorry.
I think
I'm
you'll
sorry.
have to mute and unmute the
Let
mic.
me.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
better. It's better.
Perfect. So yeah, we were talking about certification. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
one thing is for sure. See, in your case, certification would really help because certification in today's era. So any certification that gives you surface level of knowledge, and then you
Yes, sir.
have with that knowledge, if you deep down uh, knows thing how every function of the HR is working, can help you. So before going towards any certification, I'd request you to learn about different functions of HR and in what
Okay.
specific one function you want to excel in.
Okay. Okay.
For example, if you want to excel in recruitment, you want to excel in payroll or HR operations or performance management or in different things. Um, First, identify that one specific area and then jump towards any specific certification that you want to do. If you're like asking me any specific certification, I'd say it would be like CHRP or SHRM.
Okay.
So with SHRM, there are two different levels. One is for the senior level of HR employees, and the
Okay.
other one is for the junior level. You can easily find that out with yourself. Go to the specific website of SHRM. SHRM is like uh, human resource management, and there is something specific with S when it comes to abbreviation of it. And
Okay,
the
sir.
other certification you can research about is CHRP.
Okay.
That is Certified Human Resource Management Professional. Is so
Professional.
it's
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, you can note it
Okay.
down, and yeah, strategy, Ramshad. Thank you. It's like strategic human resource management
Okay.
professional. Yeah. So again,
Thank
but
you, sir.
again, if you have specific things in your mind that whatever
Mm-hmm.
you think you want to learn, you can learn that specific thing with the help of AI. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you
Totally.
want to
Totally.
learn,
AI
if you
is
want to
our
learn recruitment,
AI is my shining, uh, knight in
see
shining
why I say
armor.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I say that is because whatever information or knowledge is there in books that would be taught in any certification is already there on the internet, and AI can
True.
take you towards that. You just have to write down the specific questions and queries if you want. Yeah.
Okay. So there are some questions in the chat. Ms.
Yep.
Ramsha is asking, is LMS needed for small businesses like trainings and to create trainings and policies?
See, Amsha, it does not mean that small businesses need any specific tool, or so it does not specifically come towards any business being big or small. It comes towards the need of the business and what business you that specific organization is in. If there is a need, either the organization or is the big or not, that comes in the secondary phase. But if there is a need, then you can have then you can purchase. And when we talk about the specific need for any organization, so this conversation specific that we are into is like organization development. it's another function of HR. It's OD, say, yeah. When it comes to like implementing new tool or anything, so it's OD again. Coming back towards the tool, so you have to first analyze what tool is required, either it is required or not. Maybe you can do that stuff with simple available tools on MS Office, MS PowerPoint, or Excel, on any given tool. But again, if any tool is required, you first have to analyze and diagnose that. Any HR person has to be a very good with diagnosis. You have to diagnose and then present the solution. This is what HR is all about. So, and how you can diagnose a need of tool in any business is you need to understand the business and then see that what this business would be doing in next 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years. So in longer run, if any tool is required, is literally required. And again, it does not come back towards business being big or small.
Okay, Mr. Ramsha is also asking if you could suggest or share a software and
Uh-huh.
think for small businesses.
Okay,
Mm.
so there are a lot of there are a lot of tools and softwares available in today's era. One is Zoho, and it origins back from India. And it's really good with the small task. It has small task management and it has communication tools as well. So you can maybe note it down. I can maybe write it down in the chat. It's Zoho, Zoho. You can Google it and get towards its website. Yeah, thank you, Mahi. Uh, okay. Another tool that I can easily remember is what that was name is. It's like ClickUp. Oh yeah, ClickUp is amazing. ClickUp is great. It helps in productivity management of all employees that we have in teams or in overall organization. It can give you the details, like it can give you details with how many employees are well occupied, and if you see that occupancy rate, you can literally see that either do we need that unoccupied employees in that organization as well. So today everything is very crystal clear with data. If you have a greater tool or the right tool for your organization, so there are some other tools as well. When we talk about HR specific tools, that one of the leading tool is like Bamboo HR. There are some other as well. You can simply go to Google and write down 5 top tools for used in HR. So it's just the specific need that can be catered by any tool. And that need would be from your organization. Yeah, Bamboo HR. Thank you, Mahin. Click up, yes. And again, being a student, if you have this much of information, that can easily help you win the race. Read books, read different books, be flexible with the mindset, be open to learn. Every time you see anything new in HR or in any industrial term in which you're employed in, um, be that inside that, be that warm, I would say, who's always getting into things and inculcating their things as well. So always be very open to learning. Yep. Let's see if we have any questions. Like, please share some software for small businesses. So again, you have to diagnose what business are you talking about, what need does that business had, and then you have to go through different um, tools which can cater that needs.
So I have another question.
Yes.
We talk a lot about how credible and authentic the data you are collecting should be and you're working
Mhm.
on, or even if you're sending it out to stakeholders and everything. So can you share an example of how data has helped you in solving any challenge at work?
Definitely. So in HR, when there is always a new vacancy on which we need to hire, we have to first budget like what salary would be given to that new position. And when we go to research specific salaries, it can bring in different data as well. So for example, there are different research bodies that share their reports. For example, if we talk about um, supply chain manager in specific industry, for example, supply chain manager in automobile industry, so we can go to AI and easily find out what salary is being paid in what specific region of the world and in which specific industry, and give all the details, and the answers comes up in such few seconds. So it's that easy. And again, you can so again, when we talk about credibility, if you are asking from the AI, the so your data source is AI, especially when it is AI, do ask the reference with which the AI is coming up with an answer is. So for example, if I ask any specific question when it comes to data, I always ask for the reference, and then AI gives the reference, the website, or any specific thing that AI is answering my question. So always ask for references and do check if their references good and
Yes,
credible.
there are some issues with the references I have
Yes, yes, yes.
also
So
encountered.
currently, when we talk to AI with our research, I of course ask AI to maybe ChatGPT to please come up with. So for example, if I specifically I'm asking for any for example, let me give you a test case. It's like recently I had to hire someone on um sales manager in Karachi. So as Baikia is in working, working in Pakistan in automobile industry, as well as, so no, not specifically automobile, it's like ride hailing industry, and it also works in IT industry as well. Why? Because it's an application and a software. So it's two industries simultaneously. So I can ask AI, refer salary for this specific designation, and the industry should be XYZ and ABC, and the region would be Karachi, and in Pakistan, suggest the salaries, or maybe I can give the examples as well. So, for example, if I can share a number of companies, like there is Kareem, Uber, Yango, there is like today. So I can share these two three big names and ask AI that what are the specific salaries paid in these companies, and also come up with the reference. So certainly ChatGPT was able to share their specific references which were right, which were credible as well. So yes, always go
Okay.
for the reference check.
Okay, got it.
Someone was asking for someone was Kiran. Yeah, yeah. There are many softwares other than LMS. I'm asking about them. So yeah, training. So yeah, of course you have to diagnose the right things, and then research maybe. Yeah. Anything else that we can talk about? If no, you can easily thank you, Mind, for sharing my LinkedIn link. You can easily we can connect, and if you have any question coming up, maybe later today or anyway in the near future, you can easily we can connect on LinkedIn, and we can chat about different things. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It was wonderful. Great that you people had questions and we talked about it. And I think whenever next time we would be connecting, there would be some other updates in technology that we did not have today. Maybe we will be able to connect with virtual reality. Right now, we are connecting with microphone and videos. Maybe we have the different things coming up. So great connecting with all of you.
Certainly. We'll be glad to have you once again if we ever get a chance.
Likewise, Jannat. So again, thank you very much to all of you. Maheen, if you allow, if you have anything else, or maybe we can,
I'm planning,
uh,
Ali, to catch another session with
wait.
you because I
Oh,
see a lot
nice.
of gaps. So I was like, I might leave you a personal message in which I'm requesting you to have another session with us. I think there are some gaps, Ali, and you have observed it too, I think, during the conversation with them. So
Okay.
probably we can have a conversation one more time and let's come up with something for these fellows.
Yeah, awesome. We would love to.
Thank you so much, Ali. Always means a lot.
Likewise,
Thank you so
likewise.
much for taking out time,
No
and we
worries.
would be
It was
requesting you
pleasure.
again. Thank you so
Done.
much.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.